We are a major drug manufacturing company in Omsk. Production of drugs is a branch of pharmaceutical business, associated with technological processing of medicinal and chemical raw materials to produce finished dosage forms, tablets, capsules, ointments, suppositories, drags, bricks, tinctures, decoctions, syrups, pellets, powders, drops and mixtures. Our company has been working in the drug manufacturing market for more than 10 years. We analyze new technologies and techniques in the field of pharmaceutics. I have been working at the company as a chief engineer for more than 7 years. I know all productions at the plant well. According to the forecast of pharmaceutical equipment market development in Russia, political and legal factors, economic factors and technological factors are the determining factors influencing the development of pharmaceutical equipment market. The pharmaceutical industry, in the conditions of Russia's accession to the WTO, must ensure the quality of products not only according to Russian standards, but also according to international and European requirements. To implement this parameter, it is necessary to provide the enterprise with modern equipment according to GMP standards. We plan to increase the production capacity of the biopreparation in penicillin bottles. Penicillin bottles are glass bottles in which powders, granules and liquids are dispensed. To increase production, it was necessary to purchase a modern machine for sealing penicillin vials with aluminum caps, which will ensure the washing of at least 2,000 penicillin vials per hour. The aluminum cap is a cap molded from thin aluminum tape that is used to secure rubber stoppers to penicillin bottles after the filling process. I was tasked with finding automatic equipment for sealing bottles with aluminum caps in the filling and shipping area. I was faced with the choice of buying pharmaceutical equipment domestic or Chinese companies, or search for intermediaries to buy imported equipment. I have many acquaintances in the field of production. So, the first thing I did was to seek their advice in finding a capping machine. I understood that the sphere of production of my colleagues is different from the sphere of our enterprise, but they could recommend me good producers of equipment, whom I could turn to for help in choosing of a machine. My colleagues recommended 2 manufacturers in Germany. I found their details on the internet and sent them an email asking them to match my requirements. 2 days later, I received an answer from one company, which said that they had an aluminum closure machine with the same specifications, but that it was only suitable for plastic bottles. Another company refused to work with us because they don't work with CIS countries. On the same advice of colleagues, I did not contact Chinese manufacturers directly. My acquaintances told me that equipment manufacturers from China often deliver incomplete equipment, citing inaccurate information on the required parameters of the machine. I could not take the risk, and so I decided to choose a Russian-speaking intermediary to find automatic equipment for aluminum cap sealing bottles. I needed a professional who had been working for a long time in the field of supplying pharmaceutical equipment and had positive feedback from clients. I started my search for a specialist on the internet. I chose 3 of the most presentable companies. As a criterion, I looked at the time the company has been on the equipment supply market, the company's website, the terms of delivery of the machine. I called to all the companies by phone in order to be sure of the manager's professionalism. The specialist of one company said to wait for 5 minutes, but never listened to me. I didn't like this attitude to the customer. The manager of another company talked to me politely, asked questions about the necessary performance equipment, terms of production. After 5 days, I received 11 variants of different machines for sealing bottles with aluminum caps, and the offer to make my own choice. I realized that they do not have a professional approach, and they will not help me in my search for aluminum cap sealing equipment. The last, 3rd intermediary option was a good one for me. The male manager talked to me like a professional. He asked specific questions about performance, material of the vials used. He chose automatic equipment for sealing bottles with aluminum caps during the consultation, which I was able to quickly agree with the company's management. The machine was acceptable in terms of features and price. We concluded a contract for the supply of equipment within a week. The feeding of the vials, caps, and sealing are automated. We were satisfied with the automatic equipment for washing and sterilization of penicillin vials recommended and supplied by the manager of this company. I realized that I made the right choice of a specialist to supply the equipment. Qualified advice is essential in choosing any purchase. The project is sure to be successful if that advice was received from a professional.